आज जो मैं बात बोलने वाला हूँ वो कई लोगों को बुरी लगेगी, लेकिन सच्चाई है कि कई बार जिनकी इंग्लिश बहुत अच्छी होती है वो भी आईबीएसए के टीयर 2 में फेल हो जाते हैं। यस, यू लिटरली हर्ड द रियलिटी ऑफ आईबीएसए टीयर 2. Actually, this video is regarding to open the eyes of such candidates who consider themselves that they are actually very safe just because they think their English is very good. So, without waiting for a moment, let's go ahead and get started this video, the informative video, I would say. And before we go ahead, please subscribe the channel and click the bell icon so that you get the early notifications, because all the videos that I make here is very informative for all the aspirants. So as you can see that why good English still fails, I must tell you guys that most of the time what students make mistakes and what they are not able to comprehend the level of the examination, and sometimes they satisfy their ego. And so that why I'm telling you this, just because for last 1 month I have been working for IB Tier 2 aspirants. I have been checking the passages translated by them, and I have found that most of the students who just think that they have written a lot but still their marks are actually not up to the level and they're not able to comprehend the problem. So here is the solution we are going to talk about in this video. So if you are new to the channel, please subscribe it. So, why good English still fails? Why? So, what examiners demand? Let's come to the point directly without waiting and talking from unnecessary points for unnecessary things. Let's get to the point directly. Examiners demands. So, if I talk about what is the examiners demands, and many of the students, why am I trying to speak in English? All the points that is actually very important for all the aspirants, whether they are from different SIBs, because many of the students from many other states are not able to understand Hindi language properly, and so that I'm trying to speak English in means just for making them comfortable for understanding all the important points, because this video is not only for the Hindi students but is this video is for all the students preparing for IB Tier 2. And what is your little responsibility is to share this video, because there are many of the aspirants that they are all the aspirants, most of the aspirants, they are means distracted just because they have joined somebody's batch and they are literally not getting that particularly the good content. And why this video is very important for everybody, because if they are just wandering here and there and not able to find the good content and not able to be get not able to get the actual understanding of this examination, so this can lead them to failure. So just kindly try to help those students as well. Now, examiners demands. First of all, what do you think? Like many of the students who have studied from a very good school, very good private school, I would rather say, that they think that they have a good fancy words that they can use in the examination. Okay. Does this particularly point valid from the point of view of examiners? So I would say no, that's actually not true. That's actually not correct. That's actually not good. Okay, so you cannot use fancy words that hits examiner's mind, and he thinks that the student is trying to be over smart and wants to show his ability of speaking, ability of mentioning different kind of vocabulary or using phrases. Now, let's get move to another point, and that is checks your English knowledge. What do you think? That examiner checks your English knowledge? No. If he has to check your English knowledge, like asking like SSC CPU, if you think that to check your English knowledge, so SSC CPU, which is 2 hours paper, where you know that 200 questions of English are asked. So if the if I'm talking about IB, if they wanted to check your English knowledge, wouldn't have asked you for translation in the previous exams as well. So checking your English knowledge is not the priority of the examiner's demands. So this is also invalid point that you want to show that how good you are in English. So what is it all about is natural, clear, comfortable. Yes, that is what the marks for. It means if your passage is naturally translated, very clear and comfortable, means able to be understood. It is comprehensible, so that helps examiner to understand your mindset, that here you are just trying, why am I means saying one thing continuously to all the aspirants, that this examination is to check your ability to translate. Just because you are going to be the particular spy, the agent of IB, who will come to the people to understand, just because your SIB, why do you have SIB? Just because to under you know the particular language you live in, wherever you live in, so that particularly language you understand, you get the information in particular language, and then you go back to your officer, and the officer is definitely, if he doesn't belong to your particular state, or your SIB must not be able to understand that particular language, and so you have to translate that information, okay, to that particular your means officer. So that is why they are checking your translation. Okay, I think you must have understood. Okay, now, second point is I'm here with some examples. Let's this decode this example, that how you make the mistakes and how you shouldn't have done this. You can see there are two sentences translated for the same sentence. सरकार ने इस समस्या को गंभीरता से लिया है. Now here you can see that the first sentence says the government has taken this issue into serious consideration. Now here you see that the difference between both the sentences, the now you see, so now you see the difference between the particularly two sentences. So you can see here that you will see, sir, the government has taken this issue, this problem. Okay, so issue and problem, they are not that problematic for this kind of the translation. But if you see issue into serious consideration, okay, so that tells that you are trying to tell that examiner that you have good vocabulary. Yes, I know how to use English very well. Like, the government has taken this issue into serious consideration. That makes this sentence heavy. How it makes it natural? The government has taken this problem seriously. This is what you have to convey to the examiner's mind. Most important point about the vocabulary, if bookish word, so it's a danger zone. Bookish word means danger zone. Like, most of the people, they know that I know the synonyms. Why shouldn't I use? Because this is about a translation version of anything. So let me translate this. I must tell you, the examiners who are going to check your paper, they don't wish to have a heavy or just like problematic, or they need to search even sometimes. Oh my God, what has the student used? The vocabulary. Oh my God, I have to check it. So if examiner is going to check it, he is going to take some time to check it. Definitely will deduct your marks, and will not just not deduct, but will not give you the particularly marks you are seeking for. So alleviate, like you can use reduce, which is very normal, very common. Most of the students, I think none of the students who must be watching this video means not knowing this word. Almost everybody knows this word. Reduce is to just lessen something, किसी चीज को कम कर देना. Commence means help. So if you want to use these words, so these are bookish words. And danger zone, it means you don't have to say alleviate, you have to say reduce. You don't have to say commence, you have to say help, which is very normal, very common, natural and clear. Okay, henceforth, oh, actually I like reading some novels and some good vocabularies, and some good books I have learned in my whole life. So I'm just gonna use that particularly henceforth. Why to use therefore when I know henceforth? This is expected, and this is what you do, and you don't get the actual marks you want. Okay, now before moving to this particular slide, this is very important slide, so kindly watch video fully. At the end, I will also tell you some important information which will help you a lot. Okay, reducing your stress, reducing your particularly tension, okay, that you have been means suffering from. It's not enough to complete the meaning only. Sometimes students think that I have to translate the passage. Let me just complete the passage, and finally I'll be able to complete the passage, I'll get the marks, but they don't actually get the marks. Why? It's not enough to complete the meaning only. No. How you are going to show this? That matters. Flow and comfort matter. Here, matter is the matter. Okay. Flow and comfort matter. I would say flow and comfort matter. So you will say that, sir, how? So I have an example. Let's have a look. यह कदम भविष्य में समस्या को कम करेगा. Now here you see a very common, very simple sentence, but we have two kind of approaches here. One is wrong approach and second is right approach. I won't say that this is wrong approach. This is okay approach. But if you seek the right and very effective approach, so that is the second one. The first sentence translates this: यह कदम भविष्य में समस्या को कम करेगा. This step will reduce the problem in the times to come. Here you can see the phrase have been used, has been used. Here you can see that the phrase has been used. This step will reduce the problem in the times to come. Now you want to say that, sir, I have the list of the phrases I would love to use in your particular translation. Then the examiner will see and think, oh my God, this boy is showing that how good he is in collecting phrases. He must be learning for SSC examination. And so let him do this job there, not here. So will not allot you the particular marks you are looking for. It means the second sentence clarifies this step will help, will help reduce. मदद करेगा, यह कदम भविष्य में समस्या को कम करेगा मीन्स मदद करेगा, यह कदम हेल्प करेगा. थोड़ा और क्लैरिटी आएगी, लिटिल मोर क्लैरिटी वी गेट हियर. दिस स्टेप विल reduce the problem in the future, not the times to come. Not the time. Even if you don't use this word, this step will reduce the problem in the future is even more, I would say, appropriate. If you mention help, doesn't show that you are just trying to be over smart, but this word shows that you want to get more clarification in this sentence, that this step will help reduce the problem in the future, means this step is going to help. Okay, let's go forward. Now the key points. Okay, because where there is the problem, there must be the solution, and here we are knights, not going to just kneel down, but going to fight, going to just win the war, and every day it's a war. But you know one thing, what? That you are the biggest warrior actually. You know why? Just because every single day if you get ready to fight, it means you are the greatest, one of the greatest warriors. Okay, just look at the faces to your parents, just think that they are seeking some respect in the society, they are seeking some happiness, they want to cry, not because you are not able to complete their dreams, but because they want to cry with your happiness, in your happiness, when you crack the examination and you just go to them and tell them that I have cleared the examination, I have cracked it. So they just want to cry, they just want that happy, the tears of happiness. Okay, so key points to clear IB essay. Need not worry. When I'm here, what is worried here? Listen, average English but clear. It means if your English is average, but whenever you write, so it is clear, so you are able to crack IBSA Tier 2. If consistency is done till examination, it means if you consistently keep working, most of the students, they think that their English is well, they need not translating, and what they do, they stop translating, their speed decreases, and there when they get the passage, sometimes they're not able to understand the vocabulary of the word sometimes and are not able to translate that particularly. So they just get upset in the examination, and not even upset, they get means they panicked, they panic in examination, and so sometimes are not able to translate the whole passage, and that results into failure. So consistency is the key. Keep translating. Most of the students are asking me for the actual date of IIB essay examination. I must say that I'm also just looking for it. The time I just get to know about this, will be sharing with you definitely, and we'll be means just trying our best to just to get you correct this examination. Okay. Now the third and most important point is simple but actual vocabulary. I have already told you that you don't have to use the fancy words. Don't try to be smart. Don't try to be means showing your knowledge particularly. Be simple but actual vocabulary. If you follow all these 3 points, you are going to crack IBSA tier 2. Is that clear? So now in next video I'll tell you what 10 mistakes students make. The 10 mistakes, that 10 mistakes that takes students away from getting IBS tier 2 correct. Okay, so let's end this video here. And I would say that if you have liked this session, so if you liked this session, please do comment and like. Thank you so much. Meet you in the next video. Till then, take care, have fun. Jai Hind.